Welcome to Dan's Adventures. Today I hope to start a new series for my channel. It's going to be looking at a new computer to replace some existing computers that I have in the house. I'm looking to go with a server that will replace some of the other components. For example, I have right now a FreeNAS, a computer that runs Plex. And I've got 4 kids, so I've got 2 that are old enough to watch movies kind of on their own. So it's common to have 2 or 3 movies running on Plex at the same time. I've got 2 younger kids that in a few years will be watching movies as well. So we're starting to strain the system that I currently have. It's a FreeNAS running Plex. It's got an A6, 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's done great for me for several years now. But we're getting to that point where it's starting to be a little slow and lag behind. So I'm starting to look at replacements. And then so I like to replace that. I've got a computer in my kitchen that runs the TV in there. So again, you can watch movies on Plex and that kind of thing there. It's also got an antenna that actually connects through Plex that you can watch live over-the-air channels in there. But I use that computer for that TV, but then I also use that computer to download things from the internet, movies, TV shows, that kind of thing. I use a VPN on that computer to connect to download those things. And so I want so it's private, but that slows down that computer when you're watching Plex and that kind of thing, because all goes across that VPN. So I'd love to move that downloading function that I use on that computer elsewhere to another computer in the house, so that computer could just be dedicated to that TV. So there's another use, that downloading system. Also, I'd love to mess around with pfSense. Looks pretty cool, and I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm also interested in Linux and other operating systems. So all these things I'd like to look into. I've also thought about cameras in the house, and so I'd like to have a separate system to run kind of those, store the data, and that kind of thing. So I've got all these wants. I've got one current server that's done great for me, but it's time to move on. And so I've looked at getting more of a server grade, commercial grade system, and so I've looked at the Dell R710. So actually I bought one, obviously, it's sitting right there. So I did buy one, and I feel like I got a great deal on it. I paid, let's see, I gotta flip my cheat sheet over here. So I paid $138 for it, including shipping. And it came with a Xeon 5540, which is a quad core 2.5 gigahertz, 72 gigs of RAM. It has iDRAC 6 Express, not the Enterprise, 6 3.5-inch drive bays, 2 870 watt power supply. So I thought it was a great system. When I did get it, though, it was supposed to come with an H700. It did not. It came with a PERC 6i. So I had to contact the seller on eBay. They gave me a discount, which was great. So I ended up paying $108 for that system with the wrong RAID card. But my intent all along was to replace the RAID card. So that was great, because I needed to go to a different RAID card that will allow FreeNAS to connect directly to the drives and not go through any kind of a RAID system. So that worked out great. So thought I'd give you guys a quick tour in this first video of the new server. I've got it, I've opened it, and I've kind of played around running a little bit. I haven't changed any components out. I do intend to do that, and so I wanted to look around a little bit first in this video and show you guys the server and kind of my thoughts on what's in it and what I intend to change. And also, why am I doing videos of this? There's a million videos on YouTube of our Dell R710s. Well, it's new to me. I thought it'd be fun to share some videos. Some of you guys maybe like me don't know anything about this kind of thing. Some guys use some terminology I have no idea what they're talking about. So I had to learn a lot through the internet and YouTube and everything else. So I thought I'd do some videos showing kind of my trials and errors for this server. So let's do a quick overview of what I have. So again, it's the Dell R710. Here it is. It's got the 6 3.5-inch drives. Let's pop the cover off and take a look inside. And this is my first experience with a server like this, so it's been a lot of fun. Kind of looking around in it and seeing kind of what the components are and how it goes together. It's pretty impressive to see these things. They're pretty neat. So Here is the PERC 6i RAID card. It's actually the wrong RAID card. It's supposed to come with H700. But again, I intended to change that anyway with the H200. So that was great to get that disc. It was sent an error because I could get a discount for it. Right here we have the power supplies. It's got two 870 watt hot swap power supplies, which is awesome. Should be plenty for me. And I got the dual core right here. The no, not dual core, the dual processor. Each of these is quad core, 2.5 gigahertz, full of RAM. It's got 72 gigs of RAM. My fans, they did not come with any drives or anything like that, and so that's fine though. I've got my own drives, so that's really not a big deal. So how much did all of this cost me? Again, I paid $138 for it, including shipping off eBay. I got a $30 discount because it came with the wrong RAID card. So it cost me $108, and I did pick up some additional components, some other things I'll need to make this run. And so I'm looking at my cheat sheet over there in case you're wondering what I'm looking at. One of those, or some of those, is the trays, the drive trays. So I bought 6 drive trays, which are actually already installed. There's already drives in some of them. So basically it's really cool. Again, my kind of first experience messing with these. You pull it out. I taped in there the screws and everything for the empty one. So basically it's pretty neat. And so again, I got 6 of these. Paid $39 for those. I have no experience with the true Dell ones that come with these. They seem kind of flimsy to me, but whatever. They work, at least as far as I know they work. I've also got some better processors. This came with the Xeon 5540, which is again quad core, 2.5 gigahertz. I did get 2 Xeon 5675s, which are 6 core, 3 gigahertz, and I did that because why the hell not? Again, why not? Who cares? It was $60 for that, but again, that's something I wanted. Also, this comes with the iDRAC 6 Express, which is a really cool thing. I'm not that familiar with it, but it seems really awesome. And so I did go ahead and buy the iDRAC 6 Enterprise. So that way, my understanding is that way I can be up in my living room or wherever, kind of mess around with the server, and I can still see what would be on the screen down here. I can be sitting in my den watching TV, messing around with it. So to me, that was a benefit, and it's pretty cheap. It's like $8.50. So I went ahead and did that. And then also the RAID card. The RAID, again, PERC 6i is what it came with. I need the H200. So I picked up that, and that was $45. And then I've got the cables. You gotta have some special cables, not special cables, different cables than what this has to go from the H200 to this this current backplane. And so that was an additional $16. So all in all, I've got $277 in this, and haven't done it, but my understanding is it should be a kick-ass FreeNAS server that I can run Plex on. I hope to set it up as a bunch of VMs. So my intent is to run like ESXi or something along those lines with a bunch of VMs. One VM would be like FreeNAS running Plex. I might have a Windows machine on there that connects to a VPN for downloading stuff. And then I might have one that's pfSense, maybe another Windows machine just to kind of mess around with. And then learning Linux and that kind of thing. I might have some VMs for that. And then also I'd like to think about having some cameras around the house. So I could have a Windows or even some other Linux operating systems that record the information from the cameras, into the FreeNAS server. So anyway, there's lots of ideas I have, but my understanding is this would be awesome at that. So that's why I got that. So again, $277 kind of all in to do that. I will need drives. My current FreeNAS has 4 6TB drives. I do intend to fill up the 6 drive bays in the front here with drives specifically for FreeNAS storage, and I'm going to utilize the USB drives for running ESXi, FreeNAS, and that kind of thing. And then I've also considering maybe a card back here where you can attach an SSD to it, and maybe have that those SSDs run some of the other operating systems, the Windows and whatever else I need on there. But I'm hoping to dedicate these ones for FreeNAS. So that's where we stand. Holy crap, look at that. I changed clothes and now I'm sitting. Sorry about that. In the middle of that video, the audio somehow got not timed with the video. So I had to reshoot the last little bit of this video. Luckily, I was more or less done. Just kind of giving you guys a little recap. So I just wanted to introduce, the new server and talk a little bit about it and tell you a little bit about the specifics. I'm intending to do a kind of series of quite a few changes, changing out the CPU, changing the RAID card, changing the iDRAC 6 to Enterprise, a whole bunch of other things. So I think it should be a lot of fun. And I know absolutely nothing about this. It's the first time I've ever opened one up is this one right here, dealing with it, so it's new to me, and so I think you guys might have some fun watching that. So if you'd like this video or would like to see future videos on this server, give me a like and a subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified when the new videos come out. So thanks, see ya.